something our next guest is very passionate about. Beach Guardian Emily Stevenson has experienced the effects of plastic pollution firsthand. To highlight the issue of this, she made a dress out of crisp packets and wore it to her university graduation. Well, she joins us now in the studio in the dress. First, you can have a look at the dress.
Here it is. I can't stand up because it will break a little bit probably, but...
Oh, well, let's just stand up slowly.
OK. I'll try.
Take your time. It's quite delicate, isn't it?
There's definitely a rustle to it.
Definitely a rustle to it.
There it is in its full glory.
Yeah.
So you put this dress together yourself. You
I did.
Stitched all the crisp packets onto the dress.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'll sit down just so it stops rustling a little bit. So I moved to Cornwall about 10 years ago now, and I've always had such a deep connection with the ocean and felt such a strong duty of care towards it. And so since being in Cornwall every day possible on the beach and really watching the problem of plastic grow and multiply into what it is today, so I decided to get a deeper understanding of this and the impacts it was having on the ocean and the realm that we know as the marine realm. And so I went to marine biology. I went to Plymouth University to study marine biology. And I decided to dedicate my final year studies to really research on marine plastic pollution, specifically in North Cornwall. So I was getting a much deeper understanding of it. And so that made me decide to make a community interest company called Beach Guardian. And this is with my dad, and we're really working hard on educating, engaging and empowering people to do something about marine plastic pollution.
So wearing the dress, you wore the dress to your
My graduation.
Did that get a few odd stares? What were people saying to you on the day?
I mean, it was pretty much preaching to the converted. Everybody in the graduation was from the School of Biological and Marine Sciences, so they're all well enthused about marine plastic conservation and saving the ocean, so they all knew exactly why I was doing it. And also, they were my close friends. They knew I was doing Beach Guardian, so they knew exactly what I was doing. I got such a great reception from it. They loved it.
And tell us about the scale of the problem and what you found out.
So, I mean, specifically with walkers, as a nation, we eat more crisps than any other nation in the world. More than half of these come from walkers. In the time that I'm speaking to you today, by the time we've finished, it will take the equivalent time to make over 35,000 packets of crisps that are non-recyclable. And these are going into the ocean and choking marine life. There are so many problems that come with marine plastic pollution. We've got the entanglement, the ingestion, and then through my research I found further problems that are associated with marine plastics, like the introduction of invasive species. So,
just say, you mentioned walkers there, that they have put a statement out and they say that protecting our planet is hugely important to us. We share the concern that plastics and other wastes are accumulating in the marine environment and on land, which is why we're committed to achieving 100% recyclable, compostable and biodegradable packaging by 2025.
yeah.
That's a result, isn't it?
Well, they're trying, but I mean, in true walkers' fashion, they're walking and not running. There's no urgency in what they're doing, and there really needs to be. By 2025, there will be 28 billion more non-recyclable packets potentially going into the marine environment, terrestrial environment. They need to be doing something now. It's past tipping point. I'm so passionate about this, and I really think that walkers should be doing something a lot better than what they've proposed, and they need to be making an example for our country, as they are the biggest crisp manufacturers.
They would say that they are, and obviously there are other crisp manufacturers. You know, it's very close to our heart with the Sky Ocean Rescue campaign here at Sky. And our science medical correspondent, Thomas Moore, he's been reporting on plastics, as you know, in our oceans over the past year, and his award-winning documentary, A Plastic Well, reveals the terrifying truth of where materials like crisp packets can end up. Let's take a look at that now.
In Norway, scientists are investigating another whale that made headlines when it came into the shallows to die earlier this year. The same species, the same problem. Its stomach stuffed with plastic. The scientists counted 30 pieces in total. This time, ghostly writing on some of the bags gave away their origin.
This is the remains of somebody's shopping, a wrapper from an ice cream, a bag that once contained a frozen chicken, and this packaging from a multi-pack of crisps, and I can tell from the writing that it's quite clearly from Britain, that it's been in the water as recently as 2015, and at the bottom 2 important symbols. One, that it could have been recycled, and the other, that it should have been disposed of properly.
It's a Walker's wrapper. Its only purpose to bundle together 6 bags of crisps.
I mean, it's another indication of how serious and the scale of the current problem. I mean, you found crisp packets that date back many years.
Yeah, I've got a few of them here with me today. So this one was found by one of our amazing volunteers, Lawrence, just 10 years old. This is 3 times his age, and you can still see that is a Walker's crisp packet. I've got another one here that I found. And this is the same age as me. This was from 1997, and you tell me which one of us is aged better. I mean, this still looks exactly like a Walker's crisp packet. It's still got the strength, the durability. These crisp packets don't go away. They don't go away at all. And it's not just Walker's. We can't put all the blame on them. This Hula Hoops packet, that Hula Hoops KP, and this is from 1978. This is the oldest one that I've found. And again, you can just see that is a Hula Hoops crisp packet.
Yeah, still
it's
intact.
ridiculous.
Still intact. So what is it they're urging people to do with crisp packets?
So I've recently seen that people are sending them back to Walker's. When they're finished with them, they'll send them the empty packets, which is great. It's really making a stand. I know that TerraCycle, a great organisation, they can actually recycle crisp packets, but you do have to pay. I think that Walker's themselves could right now be offering a take-back system where they'll take back the crisps and recycle them themselves. The technology is there, and then when the technology is fully there for them to be home compostable packets, that is really what we need. That will solve this problem, and for us to be able to get rid of this waste at home and not sending it to landfill, not littering it, not sending it into the ocean, we will make a big difference.
Do you think people will be prepared to pay more for that packet of crisps that we all love so much, though, in order for it to be disposed of in that way?
I recently saw an article that said that the most purchasing power now lies in whether something is environmentally friendly. It no longer lies in cost. So I think it's not just an incentive for the environment's case, but also these companies should be doing it for their own sakes, because people are more interested in buying something that's environmentally friendly and not something that's maybe 10p cheaper.
Emily, thank you so much for coming in and showing your dress and your aged crisp packets.
So passionate about the cause as well.
Yeah, and congratulations on your degree.
Thank you so much.
2-1.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.